Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create AI-generated market research reports with Pabbly Connect. So let's suppose I'm a market research analyst and I'm collecting all my clients' response with the help of Google Forms. Now I want that whenever there is a new form submission, the report should be automatically generated with the help of AI agent. Here I'm going to use my AI agent as OpenAI, and the Google Doc should be automatically created. Doing this manually will consume a lot of time, so I'm completely going to automate this process, and to do this automation I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Google Forms, OpenAI and Google Docs. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I am going to build this connection in such a way that whenever there will be new form submission in Google Forms, the report will be automatically generated with the help of OpenAI and a Google Doc will be automatically created. Now, if you want to learn the step-by-step process, then let me take you all to my screen.
In this video, we are going to see how to create AI-generated market research reports with Pabbly Connect. And for this, I've created an automation workflow where I've built connection between Google Forms, OpenAI, and Gmail. If you want to add this step, we can understand this later. But let's first check this automation workflow once, whether it is working fine or not. For that, I'm going to open my Google Forms, which I've created by the name Market Research Data Collection Form, and I'm going to enter or submit this form, and as soon as I submit this form, I should receive a mail for that. So let's open this form. I'm going to click on this copy respondent link. I'm going to paste this in a new tab, and then I'm going to enter some dummy details in all these fields. So let's say the name is latest user, contact email is latest@pabblytudes.com. The industry type is, let's say, FMCG. The target audience is 25 to 34. Location of the target market is India. Then the customer pain point or needs is this. I have added consumers are increasingly health conscious but find it difficult to trust the authenticity of organic labels. They also demand convenient home delivered options for fresh chemical free food. Here I am going to enter the brief description of the product or the service. We deliver certified organic fruits, vegetables and grains. And then I'm going to enter the primary competitor as this one, and now I'm going to click on this submit. Here, as soon as I've submitted this form, OpenAI is going to detect this and it is going to generate a market research report, and I'm going to receive that on my Gmail. So I'm going to open my mailbox and check whether I have received any mail there or not. And then here I can see that just 1 minute ago I have received this mail. Market research report, executive summary, consumer behavior insight, market trends, competitor analysis, demand forecast recommendations, prepared by ABC company. So this is the mail which I have received. I'm going to open my Google Drive. So here, like I've told you earlier, I have created a Google Drive. I have added one more action step after this, and a PDF was also created and uploaded in my Google Drive. Let's open this. So as you know that we have submitted by the name latest user, and you can see the latest user doc has been created and uploaded to my Google Drive, and it is shareable and I can share this with my client, and here is the market research data for them. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run. And now to learn how to create this, let's start creating this from the beginning. In this video, we are going to learn how to create AI-generated market research report using Pabbly Connect. For this, I'm going to create automation between Google Forms, OpenAI, and Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now, after browsing the website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options: sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on the sign in, and if you are a new user, click on the sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on the sign in, and here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. I am going to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now, and it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I've created over here. Now, if you want to create a new folder, simply click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow button. And first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first, let's name this workflow as how to create AI generated market research reports with Pabbly Connect, and now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders which have been created, and here I am going to select this as AI agent and then click on create. So here workflow created successfully. As soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, an action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to generate market research reports with Pabbly Connect, which means whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission from my client, the market research will be automatically generated with the help of my AI agent. Here I'm going to take my AI agent as OpenAI, and then I'm going to send that market research with the help of Gmail. So here trigger says when this happens. So when there is a new form submission and then action says do this, then generate the market research and send that market research. So here in my trigger application, I will be taking Google Forms, and then in my action application, I will be taking OpenAI and then Gmail. So here let's quickly take Google Forms as my trigger application. And then in my trigger event, I'm going to take this new response received. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Forms for which a webhook URL is provided to me, and this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Google Forms with Pabbly Connect. So reading this help desk, I'm going to build this connection, and to make this connection, let me open my Google Forms. So this is my Google Forms which I've created by the name Market Research Data Collection Form, and I'm going to submit this form by clicking on this responses, and I'm going to submit this form. But before that, we have to make sure that we have toggle on this required button on of the last field of this form which we have created, and then we have to go towards this responses, and from over here we have to go towards this view in sheets. Now this sheet has opened in front of me, market research data collection form, and it has all these fields like timestamp, name, contact email, industry type, target audience, age group, location of target market, customer pain point or need, brief description of the product and service, and the prime competitor. Now here you can see that my Google form and my Google Sheets are connected. Here we have all the fields which I have in my Google Forms, and I'm going to submit this form first so as to capture that response in my Google Sheet spreadsheet, and so as to check whether these two are connected or not. For that, I'm going to click on this copy respondent link. I'm going to copy the link of this form and paste that in a new tab. So here I am going to enter the details like the name is demo user, the contact is demo@pabblytudes.com, the industry type is education, target audience is 18 to 24, location of the target market is tier 1 and 2 of India, the customer pain point or needs is, here I have entered students and working professionals struggle to find high quality affordable course with real world relevance. So this is the customer pain point and needs. Here I am going to enter the brief description of the product as an online learning platform offering industry certified courses, and then the prime competitor is Upgrade or Coursera. I am going to submit this form, and you will see all the data which I submit will be captured in my Google Sheets spreadsheet. And here we can see that here we have all the details. The name that we entered was demo user, email was demo@pabblytudes.com. Industry type was education, target audience 18 to 24, location of the target market. We have received the customer pain point, brief description of product or the service, and the primary competitor. Now I want to send the same detail to my Pabbly Connect workflow so that this could be processed and the market research data can be generated with the help of AI agent. So for that, I'm going to go towards the spreadsheet, and I have to click on this extensions, go to add-ons, and then click on this get add-ons. Here Google Workspace Marketplace will appear in front of me, where I need to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks, and it is showing installed because I have already installed this in my Google Sheets. But if you are doing this for the first time, make sure that you follow the same process and install this Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now after that you install this, it will start appearing over here, and from here you have to go towards this initial setup. So this box has appeared in front of me, where I need to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So this is the same webhook URL which I'm provided in my Pabbly Connect workflow. So I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and I'm going to paste that webhook URL over here. Next, I need to enter this trigger column. So here the trigger column is the final data entry column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here my final data entry column or the end column or the trigger column is column I, which means whenever the data will be captured in that particular column, column, the complete row data will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So over here, trigger column simply means the final data entry column or the end column. And now after adding my webhook URL and the trigger column, I'm simply going to click on the send test. So here the test data sent successfully. I should have received this response in my Pabbly Connect workflow. And to make the setup, I have to click on the submit also. And this will show the setup configured successfully. Here this means we have successfully made the connection with the help of this webhook URL between Pabbly Connect and my Google Sheets. And now I have to go towards this extensions, go to Pabbly Connect webhooks and then click on the send on event. So now this is complete. We have to make sure that we click on the send on event, otherwise the data which we add in future will not be sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow. So here I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect workflow and here we can see that we have received the response. The trigger column was column I. Here is the spreadsheet name. Then we have received the rest of the details, like the name was demo user, industry type was education. We have received the contact details. We have received the customer pain point. We have received the brief description of the product, and then we have received the primary competitor. Now here, as soon as I have done the form submission, I have captured that response here in this workflow, and this shows the connection setup that we have created with the help of this webhook URL between Pabbly Connect and Google Forms that is successful. And now whenever there will be form submission, I will start capturing that response here in this workflow. Now moving on to the next step, whenever there is a Google form submission, I want to generate market research report based on that. So then in my action application, I'm going to take OpenAI, which is my AI agent. And then in my action event, I'm going to take ChatGPT and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And then to make this connection, we have to enter the token. Following the headers given below, I'm going to enter this token and I'm going to click on the hyperlink. And it has taken me towards this API keys page. Now to create a new API token, I simply need to click on this create new secret key. First, we have to name this key. So let's say the name is test. The project will be default project and the permissions will be all. And then you simply need to click on this create secret key. A new API token will be provided to you, which you need to copy and simply paste that over here. Here, as I have already an existing connection, that's why I have created this connection multiple times. That's why I'm going to go with this existing connection and then go with save. Here, OpenAI is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to select the model and enter the prompt. From this dropdown, I can find all the AI models which I have. I'm going to select this as GPT-4o Mini. If you do not find your AI model, simply toggle on this button, remove this AI model and enter your own AI model. As I have my AI model, I've selected that. I'm going to enter the prompt. Now I'm going to enter the prompt in a way that I'm going to add all the details which I have received from my Google Forms, and I'm going to ask my AI agent to prepare the market research report based on that information. So here I'm going to enter the prompt like. So here I have entered the prompt, analyze the following data and generate a comprehensive market research report. The report should include insights on consumer behavior, market trends, competitor analysis, and demand forecast. The report should be formatted as a professional document suitable for client presentation. Include actionable recommendations based on the data. Here are the rest of the details. Just write ABC company in the end, and also in prepared by, do not add the date. Now I'm going to enter all the required details. I'm not going to enter this manually. I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter the data from the previous response. Here I've received the response from Google Forms, and when I click on this field, I can see this Google Forms. When I click on this, I can see all the response which I've received from there. Here I'm going to enter the name as the demo user, and then I'm going to enter the email address as demo@pablitudes.com. And then I'm going to enter the age. So the age is 18 to 24, or I can instead write over here audience age. Then I'm going to enter the competitor. Here I have received the competitor name, and then I have received the location of the target market. I'm going to enter the location of target market. And then I'm going to enter the pain point as students and working professionals. Then I'm going to enter the description as an online learning platform, and then I'm going to enter the industry type as education. Over here, mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static, and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now that I've entered these details, I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request, and you will see that I'm going to receive the response. So here I have received the response. In this message content, I have my market research data, market research report on online learning platform prepared by ABC company, introduction. Then we have the consumer behavior insight, demographic breakdown, pain point, market trends, competition analysis, demand forecast, actionable recommendation, and then we have the rest of the details. Now I want to send this to my client. For that, I'm going to click on this add action step button, and then I'm going to take my action application as Gmail, and then in my action event, I'm going to simply select this as send email v1 and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, then click on this connect with Gmail. Here you need to choose your account. You are going to send the mail, and then you have to grant it with the permissions, for which you need to click on allow, and here authorization successful. Here I need to enter the recipient email address. Now over here I'm going to follow the same process of mapping. I'm going to map the email address of this recipient. The CC BCC fields are not required and needed, so I'm going to skip this. The sender name is also not required. I'm going to skip this. I'm going to write market research report, and then the reply to, I'm not replying to anyone, so I'm going to skip this. The email content type is plain, and then I'm going to enter the email content as this one, message content. Now the file name and attachment are not required fields, so I'm going to skip this and then simply click on the save and send test request, and you will see that I'm going to receive the response. And here we have received the response. I'm going to open my Gmail and check the mailbox whether I have received the mail or not. So you can see that just 0 minutes ago I have received this mail. Market research report on online learning platform. This is the same exact mail. Now if you want to create a shareable file, what you can do, as I have shown you in the real-time example, I have clicked on this add action button, and then in my action application I have searched for Google Docs, and then I've already created a template over here by the name market research. So what I've done in my Google Docs, I've selected my action event as create document from template. I have clicked on connect, and I've made the connection, and after that I have selected my template document. The template document is market research, which we have created. And then I have entered the new document name as the name of the client. And then I have selected the new document location as the market research. This is the location in which I want to add that. And in this template, I have added the response which I have received in this. OpenAI, or my AI agent, has created the market report that I have entered. And then I've simply clicked on the save and send test request, and a shareable file was created and uploaded in my Google Drive folder. If I open my Google Drive and I refresh this, you are going to see that I have created this demo user market research report, or the file, and this is the same exact report which we have just generated with the help of AI agent. So now to summarize, we took Google Forms as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect. We submitted a form and received that response in this workflow. Then we moved to the next step, where we wanted OpenAI to generate the market research based on the form submission. So it has created a market research report, and then we have sent that to my client with the help of Gmail. Or if you want to create a shareable file, then we have created a Google Doc, and then we have created a PDF and stored that in my Google Drive folder. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run, and here we have successfully created automation between Google Forms, OpenAI, Gmail, and Google Docs with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.